Thanks for joining us for another Wednesday Wonderings with Trailways Travel. It's September 20th. The month is flying by. I have Nancy, one of our tour hosts, here with me today. So we'd like to talk about a few things, but first things first, grab your cup of coffee and we'll get started here. Rat Pack, Circa 21. This is one of their concert series. This actually departs on October 19th. It's a salute to the Rat Pack, which, as you know, would be Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. Is that all of them?
Peter?
No, that's right. 3 of them. Okay. So anyway,
okay.
The reason I'm bringing this up is today, let's see, today's the 20th. Tomorrow, we have to purchase all of our tickets, our last opportunity to purchase tickets. They've already requested any unsold tickets to be returned to them, as it is going to be a sold out show. So if you've been sitting on the fence, this is your absolute last opportunity. You do need to call us today or by noon on Thursday, tomorrow. After that, we will not have any tickets available to us. We may have seats on the motor coach, but there are no tickets actually at the venue for the Rat Pack.
Don't want to miss that. That would be a fun.
I like those guys too. So speaking of openings, we actually had 2 seats just come available on our Smoky Mountain Fall Celebration Tour. Unfortunately, they are no longer able to go. On this one, again, it's going to be a quick turnaround. I will need to know by this Friday, by probably 4 p.m., if that's something you would like to participate in or not. We have worked through our wait list, so whomever calls, there's 2 seats. They're yours if you want them. So just give Mallory a call for that. Christmas tours. Do you know?
Yay!
Every one of our Christmas tours is sold out.
That's fantastic.
Except for 2. And the first one is the musical Christmas Story. Again, this is a Circa 21. This operates on December 13th. Again, Circa, you've done some circus,
yes.
Haven't you?
Yes. Always a fun day.
It is. It's like the perfect day out because you don't leave terribly early in the morning. Right. You have a fabulous meal, and the dessert is like phenomenal. Fabulous show. You see the bootleggers, you see the show, and you're back home in time for dinner. Although I think most of the time people don't
not want any more
eat dinner because you've already had enough. So anyhow, this is the Christmas one coming up, so give us a call on that. And the only other Christmas tour that has some openings, and there aren't that terribly many openings left for, is our Lone Star Christmas. This one takes you into Grapevine. Grapevine is beautiful at Christmas time. I've been fortunate enough to get to see that.
Fun.
I mean, millions of lights, very quaint, old-timey feel. We're also visiting some places I think you have been to, Waco.
Yes.
Which I would love to see Magnolia.
I've never seen it at Christmas time.
Me
but
either.
It's beautiful no matter what, but at Christmas, I
I
bet you they go all out.
That's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
too. And same way with Pioneer Woman Mercantile. I bet you that is decked out to the nines. Of course, the meal at Pioneer Woman, that's the one you don't eat for a week. But oh, so good food. So this runs November 27th through December 2nd. I think there's probably 15, 18 seats maybe left on this, but those are our only Christmas offerings that are left that are not currently sold out. So
everybody's getting in the mood.
They are. And you know, the weather is kind of shifting. Getting these just a little shifting of coolness, and then it pops warm, but I think once that cool weather hits, we all start getting into those moods of Christmas and winter, but not too much winter.
But right.
And if you feel you might be having too much winter, we have a remedy for that one as well.
January.
We are headed to Florida, and we're doing the whole coastal areas of Florida. So that one too only has a handful of seats left. So it is really important now. Travel is really picked up. It's important if you want to go somewhere to call and make those reservations really soon. We have 2 concert series also at Circa 21 scheduled for next year. The first one is the Letterman in concert. It's scheduled for Monday, May 13th, which is right after Mother's Day. That would be a great Mother's Day gift even.
Yes, it would.
But it is the true real Letterman from back in the 50s, 60s.
It's the actual
The-
Letterman.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's always a very popular one. So we are able to take reservations for that one right now. So give us a call. The other one that I just reserved the other day is called The King in Concert, which by saying The King, you should know that's Elvis. So the person that is the Elvis at Circa is the one who won the Graceland Elvis impersonator contest for, I believe, 2023. So if
So
you
you
want
know
it,
he's
Graceland.
good. You know he's good.
Exactly. That was my thought too. So I don't have the exact date in front of me, but give us a call. We should have that up here and ready for you before long. And in fact, I could probably look that up where we could have that added in at the bottom possibly today. The only other thing I want to talk about real quick is, as you know, we do offer tours through Colette. Some we do as group tours, but we can offer any Colette tour that individuals can go on. You will meet up with a group at your destination, meet the group coordinator, tour manager, and do your tour. So reason I'm bringing that up is Colette is having a special sale right now. It only runs through September 25th, but they are offering up to 15% off any European tours. I think up to 10% off any US tours. Travel just needs to happen between January and August of 2024. But great opportunity to get some extra savings in, and I'm always about savings.
Yeah. That's
Like
sale.
to,
That would add up. 15%. That would add up on
you're very
a
right.
tour.
So if you're interested in anything in there, give us a call, or you can visit the Colette website, give us a call, and we can help you get those reserved. Okay, now the fun part.
Yeah.
Nancy is getting ready to take our group Saturday out to New England, one of my favorite places, one of many. Just in time, hopefully, for some great fall foliage.
Yes, I'm crossing my fingers. I think we will.
I think so
I
too,
think we
because
will.
if you look, of course, Mother Nature always has her own
Yes.
agenda.
Yes.
But in the state of Maine and into Vermont, under typical circumstances, we should be hitting right about the peak.
Yes.
Which is phenomenal.
I've been to the New England area a couple of times, and I can't describe to you, you're kind of going through beautiful areas anyway, but there is this one scenic overlook, and as you come through a tunnel of beautiful color of leaves and everything, and then it opens up into this overlook, and you're looking at, it almost reminded me of a mountainside of the little flower, not the daffodils, not the geranium, the marigolds.
Oh.
You have the red and the yellow and the orange, and it just almost looked like a field, a mountainside of marigolds. It was beautiful. It actually takes your breath away, and I literally stood there and thought, oh, one of God's creations right here I'm looking at, oh my gosh.
Very true.
It was very, very beautiful, very moving, and you could hear the whole motor coach gasp when we came out and saw that. We all just,
and that is so cool to
It was great.
experience.
It was wonderful.
And the Kankamangas, the Kank
Yes.
Highway has lots of beautiful scenery like
Yes,
that
it
through
does.
it as well. And then
Yes,
you
it
hit the
does.
White, I wonder if it was the White Mountains that you saw.
I think it
because
probably
there is-
we were
there's
about
you have
Mount
to look out over.
Washington, which
Yep.
we will be going by.
Yep.
And we will also be doing a whale watching tour, right?
Not on
No,
this
not
one.
on this one, sorry.
Nope.
Wrong one.
We've
Sorry.
done that in the past
We've
so
done
many
that
times.
in the past.
So actually this one
That
is
was
more
amazing.
inland. We're doing a lot
That's
of
true.
Vermont and into Maine. Of course, you'll have your lobster bake.
The lobster bake.
But one of the
Yes, that's
favorite
fun.
places I think you've been there, but if not, you'll see. You actually go to an area that has a beautiful covered bridge
Yes.
and great foliage there, and then down opens up into this big old rocky gorge area.
Yes.
And then you also go through the Queechee Gorge.
Oh, I don't know if
you'll
I've been on that
see
one.
that.
It was pretty. The whole area.
And then, of course, all the quaint little villages, I
Yes.
think is the proper word for them. One other place you're going to be heading, and then we'll move to something else, is in Massachusetts, you'll be visiting some of the museums there. There's a
Dr.
whole
Seuss.
quad, and my favorite one,
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. It is the coolest museum
Yes.
ever. They even have some Dr. Seuss people statues there. I got my picture with the Cat in the Hat.
Yay!
My grandchildren thought that was
That's so
phenomenal
cool.
that Grandma or Nana got to meet the Cat in the Hat. So lots of cool things there. They have a sculpture garden outside as well. So make
how
sure
fun.
they all hit that,
Okay.
Nance?
We will.
Okay, so Nancy's been on a few of our tours this year, and I know several of you have had the opportunity to go along with her. She's always a ball of fun, as you can see. But Nancy, this year, of the ones you've been on, which one comes to mind first?
You know, I didn't expect it to be in my. I knew they're always magnificent, and you always see so many things that you don't even
no
that's
exist.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of one of the wonderful things about a Trailways tour is that you have the destination that you're going to, which is probably the main reason why you purchase that trip. But the side little things that we stop at that you would never even know about, that I've never even heard of. Sometimes those turn out to be almost one of the favorites for passengers than the actual destination that they signed up for on the trip. So
I know we get our comment sheets.
Yes.
And we'll ask, what was your favorite part of the tour? We always have to do this little side chuckle because oftentimes they are the side trip throw-ins that ends up being some of their most favorite things versus the actual true highlight of the tour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, just go ahead and follow us if you have a chance, not only for this trip, but sign up for the future ones, and you're going to have surprises beyond what you even can imagine, because not only do you have the adventure of not even, maybe knowing every place that along the way, but you have the adventure of your wonderful passengers. We have had folks make lifelong friendships and with people that they've toured with, and it's just something that they keep wanting to come back for, to see their friends and to go to wonderful places.
And it's kind of fun too. I know Mallory has experienced that as well. When people call, they'll be traveling with friends that they met through other Trailways tours.
True.
So
very much
so. Okay, is there any other one that stands out?
Philadelphia, when we went there, and the route along, we stopped at Gettysburg. How can you not? And we were there about a month shy of the 75th anniversary. Would I be right? 100. Anyway, we were very close to one of their highlighted anniversary celebrations, and so they were still all keyed up and ready to share those. Not only memories, but knowledge that you gain while you stop at one of these trips. That the hosts that we usually have, when we have a step-on guide there, are a wealth of information. They tell you things you may think you know everything or a lot about the Civil War. They give you all kinds of personal information, and that kind of gives you something to take away that you never intended. You didn't even know you were gonna have that.
True.
So, and then when we went to Philadelphia, being right next to the Liberty Bell and Independence Hall, the museums there, you just get immersed in reading everything about it, and makes you want to go back and read some of your history books that you didn't pay attention to a lot
in high school.
because it just brings it all to life. And then we went to Baltimore, and we went to Fort McHenry, and I didn't get the connection until I started researching the trip, and then obviously going on the trip. But that is the fort that was being attacked when Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner. We had a very memorable movie that we were watching, and at the end of the movie they start playing the Star-Spangled Banner, and up comes these blinds, and then we are looking up the hill at Fort McHenry at a flag that was similar to the flag that was being flown at the time, kind of tattered and torn, and it was very, very moving. It was just very much of a highlight of all the trips I've ever been on. So.
And I think they did, was that where they did the flag lowering or
Yes,
racing?
and we helped.
And you helped,
Yes,
right.
yes.
And for example, when I said before about our comment sheets, that actually was one of their favorite things,
Highlights.
was going to Fort McHenry.
Totally.
So,
Yep.
okay, well, we know there's lots more next year. I
Yep.
do want to tell you, this is real rough. Still have my file here, but I want to get the word out because it is in May of next year. It's a tour that we're calling Sing the Glory Down. Because a lot of it has a lot of gospel music, old time Southern gospel, has a bluegrass band, the Passenger Creek, but the biggest highlight in it is an actual concert with Jason Crabb. He's won a Grammy, he's won 21 Dove Awards. We actually got to experience a concert with him at ABA this last year. He is a phenomenal Christian singer. So we have a concert with him as well in this tour. And the other thing that's really cool on this one, I know people had asked about before, we're visiting Loretta Lynn's ranch.
Oh, how cool.
Sadly, she has recently passed, but you'll also do the Coal Miner's Daughter Museum, but you'll actually tour her true ranch. So keep your eyes open. This should be coming out hopefully within the next couple weeks. So keep an eye out for Sing the Glory Down. So.
Sounds fun.
Okay,
It does.
thanks, Nancy.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure you got to go home and get that uniform packed
Yes,
and all
I
your
do.
stuff together.
I'm starting to lay out everything.
So till next time, we'll see you then. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.